thing going back. Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I want to do a movie review of two cop comedies. One I always wanted to see for a second time, because the only time I seen it was way back in the movie theater a long, long time ago. And then one always been wanting to see, and I found it was on Netflix. I said, okay, let's watch it. The first one is, I complain about my mom and movies and stuff like that, but I mean, it's not always bad. She took my sister and I to the movies a lot. And then, and while I was in the Army, she took me to movies a lot. And then, uh, after the Army, I got out of the Army, that was it. She did invite me to, in November, a couple months after Dad passed away, see Hotel Transylvania 2 with her, with Ori. I had to pay, but that's all right. Anyways, I mean, two times that we fought about going to the theater to see a movie was I wanted to see Flash Gordon for my birthday in 5th grade, and she said no. Well, I mean, she said real nasty. She said no, and your father had to take it because she wouldn't take me to see it. And then the other time was a few years later. Disney was always re-releasing stuff. And they released Sleeping Beauty, and Jody and I just saw it at driving because Dad wanted to take us to see it because the second feature was Black Hole. The Black Hole, that was Disney's first PG-rated movie, and I guess their take on Star Wars. I saw it before I saw Star Wars. I saw Star Wars on re-release a few years later, I think, at the drive-in. And then, like a month or two later, a month later, a couple weeks later, because it played pretty good. Mom wanted to take us to see Sleeping Beauty again at the cinema. Mom, we just saw it. But can we see something else? No, we're seeing this. I didn't want to see the same movie again. And I know one kid was begging his mom to take him to see In Search of Noah's Ark. And I would say, can we see 1941 instead of John Belushi comedy, which was PG? And she said, no, we're watching that. And I said, okay. So we had to watch that movie again, but, I didn't pay for it. Those are the two main times we fought at the movie theater. Usually, as far as horror movies, it was like on TV, fighting about that, or at the theater, or on VHS. That's when we fought about movies other than, at the theater. Those are the only two times we fought. Well, anyway, she took us to see Police Academy 2, which I'm surprised because it was a goofy comedy. And I did my thing about the Police Academy film franchise. And I saw, like, the original Police Academy, which was R-rated, was on Netflix. So I thought I'd watch it again and re-review it. But I've seen that a few times. Of all the Police Academy movies, the one I've never seen a second time was Police Academy 2, The First Assignment. Even that crappy Mission to Moscow, which is the weakest of the Police Academy movies, I've seen it like 1.5 times. Or maybe a slightly twice. Because that was all over, when it came out, it was all over cable. Big time when it came out. With Police Academy 2, I saw it at Cinema World. And that was the only Police Academy movie that was PG-13 rated. And then after that, with the third one and so forth, they just stuck with more family-friendly PG-rated movies. The first one's R-rated. I think they were trying to make an R-rated one with the second one, too. Because, I mean, the first one was very mild R rating. I remember, cause I was trying to think, why the heck was it rated R? I know they had the podium prank, which was a little raunchy, but I mean, raunchy. But, I mean, nothing, I can't remember when the PG-13 rating came out. And I know they said the F word once. And they had a scene where two girls were topless briefly. I think that was it. I think in that police. Now this one, they had a scene where they were on the beach. These guys driving a truck, and there was two girls that were topless briefly. There, they had a couple. They said the F word once. They had a couple raunchy pranks, and they had that prank where they put Al Matrano or Patrano. I mean, because he was a bit popular back then. You don't see him anymore. He was washing his hair, and they replaced shampoo with this Proxy, and he's like. Had his hand stuck in. He went out of the shower and you saw him naked from the rear end, But that got PG-13 where the other one got an R. So I think they were trying to do an R-rated movie, but I mean it it didn't pan out that way. It probably been borderline. I don't know, with the nudity and the F bomb and stuff like that. Um, well, anyways, the movie was different because it didn't have Leslie Easterbrook in it. I guess she was pregnant with her first kid. I don't know with her daughter. I don't know how many kids she had. And then it revolved around a gang terrorizing a town in this bad precinct. And it barely had George Gaines in it, too. It focused more on his brother, played by Howard Hessman. You know, to be, I mean, he wanted some people to help the thing out, and they said, well, we'll give you 6 recruits. Well, no, he asked the DA, and they said he needed 12, and he said they give him 6. And it was 6 people for Police Academy. It was the one guy for Friday, I can't remember his name. Probably by Bruce Mayer. And then there was Hooks. Tackleberry, Mahoney, that was, Steve Guttenberg. Michael Winslow, the guy who did the Crazy Sounds. I think that was it. You know, it was Hooks, Tackleberry, Hightower. Wait a second. Oh, yeah, okay. And they were trying to clean up the town for these thugs, and then the criminals were played by, headed by Bobcat Goldthwait, which became a player in the third and fourth one also, along with Sweet Chuck. Well, I don't know if he was in the third. I don't remember that one. I know they were in the fourth one. And then Sweet Chuck played Tim Kazurinsky. I don't know whatever happened to the guy. I haven't seen his Saturday Night Live. He was in those. He was really funny. And I know the Bobcat Goldthwait and Sweet Chuck were popular in the cartoon too. I can't remember Bobcat Goldthwait's character. But I mean, you know, it was pretty funny. I thought it was really funny. Howard Hessman was offered to be in the movie. I looked at some trivia on IMDb. I was trying to figure out if they were trying to go for an R rating. I was surprised to get PG-13, but I couldn't find anything about that. But it's possible they could have, or they were trying for a PG-13 with the first one and got an R rating. But I don't remember when the PG-13 rating came out. Now, Howard Hessman was asked to come back in sequels, and he flatly refused. He said he regretted doing that one. It's still really funny. I really enjoyed it. I give it, I mean, you know, I give it a, what would I give it? I give it a 9 out of 10 because it's so 80s. And, yeah, I really liked it. I'm glad I finally got to see it a second time. 'Cause I barely remember anything from it. You know, and there was a couple other raunchy. I mean, that's why I was kind of surprised. They were trying to be a little more adult in that one. And then they went down the more family-friendly stuff. As far as seeing stuff from Police Academy, I'm sure I didn't see all the cartoons, but I don't really care about the cartoons that much. Or they had a live-action show in the late 90s on CW that was an hour long. I've seen a few episodes. I know Joe Flaherty was in it. I guess Michael Winslow was in all of them. Except I don't know about the cartoon. But, he was in that too. And then as far as that concerned, it was so cool to see the Lavalantula with Steve Guttenberg in it. And they had some of the cast from Police Academy in it too. Well, Tackleberry passed away. I know Bubba Smith passed away. But I mean, they had, he was in it. Mike Winslow was in it. Leslie Easterbrook was in the first one. I know Hooks was in it. Hooks was in bad shape, but it was cool seeing her in there. I mean, she didn't do a whole lot. She looked like she was, you know, her health wasn't that good. But the thing between in Lavalantula, I think the second one, the first one, second one, was Steve Guttenberg and Michael Winslow was really funny. Like, I think they were looking for the Lavalantula, and Michael Winslow was doing the sound effects, and Steve Guttenberg said, "If you're doing sound effects, I'm going to kill you." So funny. But I guess Steve Guttenberg was a jerk to that one girl, Julie Brown, I think was supposed. I don't even remember seeing her in the movie. They were supposed to have love interest, and he refused to kiss her and stuff like that, so they cut most of her scenes out. And G.W. Bailey was not in. They were playing with Art Matrano for the second and third one. I guess G.W. Bailey was in like a small cameo. He took a photo behind the scene at one of the scenes at the very end. He ended up doing Russell's Rhapsody instead, which was really funny too. I haven't seen that in a long time, but I've seen it at least 2 or 3 times. Trying to think. I guess Steve Guttenberg liked it. It did financially well, but wasn't received well critically. So he said he didn't want to be stuck doing those movies. So after the fourth one, he left, and some guy, the one guy that I didn't like, replaced him. Was kind of lame in the fifth and sixth and seventh one. So hope you. I mean, that's part of the one. And then the other one I've been wanting to see for a long time was one with Will Ferrell. And there's a few Will Ferrell movies I wanted to see that I haven't seen yet, like Semi-Pro, Old School. I still haven't seen Old School. Everyone tells me how great that one. And Land of the Lost. I'm still interested in seeing that. You know, people said it wasn't that great. Well, there was a cop movie he did, cop buddy movie he did with Mark Wahlberg. And the thing is, I didn't know. I kept screwing up because I kept looking for the title. I thought it was called The Nice Guys or The Good Guys. It was called The Other Guys. That's why I screwed up. I could never find the right title. I kept typing the right title and not wrong title, and I didn't get nothing. And I was looking. I finally saw it on Netflix, and Netflix keeps changing the thumbnails of their movies and stuff like that. So I finally saw The Other Guys. I remember they had like the commercial where he would jam the Little River Band, the reminiscing song. I know Dad liked that, so he probably would like the movie. And the one thing about this one is it's a cop comedy, but it doesn't look like a comedy. But I mean, it's a comedy more than something like Beverly Hills Cop or any of the Beverly Hills Cop, or like what the hell was it? Running Scared, which is one of my favorite buddy cop movies. Because I mean, it looks serious, but they really did the humor goofy. Like Farrell and the other guy were real goofy. They really did up the comedy. And I forgot the Rocket Samuel L. Jackson was in the movie. I mean, they start with these cops, and they had Ice-T do. I mean, they had a great cast in this movie, and it's really funny. And they had great action scenes in it. Michael Keaton was and I forgot. I don't want to be like Joey Haywick, but I mean, I haven't seen Michael Keaton do stuff in a long time, and he come back. He's just as good as he was before it. Just as good. And the serious stuff too, but he did comedic stuff too, and he's great. I really liked Other Guys. I just kept screwing up the title. And Will Ferrell's always funny. I mean, there were some other ones he did. I mean, I did see the unusual soccer one he did called Kicking and Screaming. I've seen that. I finally saw Step Brothers all the way through, and that was so funny. So funny. I like The Other Guys too. I give that a 9.5. Well, I give it a 9.5 out of 10. And there's a scene at the end that's not very funny, but I mean, it ends up with a blooper. But yeah, the scene at the end wasn't that great. But I mean, it looks like a cop movie. I mean, even though it really goes overboard with the silliness. Unlike with Running Scared or Beverly Hills Cop, it's all it's all part of the whole thing, you know. It's not a stand-up. But I like the movie. It's a lot of fun. Whereas the Police Academy 2 always looked kind of cheap looking. Those were kind of cheap looking. With looked like obvious closed sets and stuff. But I mean, I still enjoyed both movies. I'm glad I got to see Police Academy 2 again. I didn't know they had all of them on Netflix except for Mission to Moscow. But who cares about that one? You know. But I mean, I pretty much seen all the Police Academy movies more than once. So I mean, the main thing was just seeing the second one again, and I can probably close this chapter on the Police Academy movies. So I guess that's about it. Hope you liked this video, everybody. Till next time, please take care, my legion. And the far as Police Academy movies go, I remember renting almost all of them, right, on VHS. And then, I saw Mission to Moscow on cable. I think I went direct to video. And as far as like the TV show was on, the cartoon was on TV early in the morning. And then like the TV series in the late 90s, like 99, was on, WB or CWWB at the time. And the only Police Academy movies I saw in the theater was the second one, and then the military I saw part 5. Now in Germany they had part 6, City Under Siege, and I couldn't see it because I had to go to work, or I would have seen it. So that's it. I hope you like this video, by a review of Police Academy 2, The First Assignment, and which is kind of an oddball because it didn't have some of the other characters. And then I think on IMDb, some of the original cast members were pissed off that they were giving more time to some of the gang including like bobcats, goatwaits, and stuff like that. So, and then they had like a big protest, and then they had to get a mediator to help calm things down, I guess. So, hope you liked the video. Bye. Till next time, please take care.